Hare Krishna devotees, welcome you all for today's Bhagavad-Gita class. Hope my voice is audible. Can somebody confirm?
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Yes,
your
you are
voice is
audible.
audible.
Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu, we can
thank you.
hear your voice.
Okay, and I have shared the
Hare Krishna,
screen.
Prabhuji, pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Dandavat Pranam. So hope you
Hare
are
Krishna,
also
Prabhu.
able to see the screen which I have shared, Bhagavad-Gita I have shared. Hope you are able to see that as well.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to mute now, everybody. At the end, if anybody has got questions, we'll unmute. So in the last class, we saw the initial portion of Bhagavad Gita as it is, forward written by a professor, and Prabhupada's preface to Bhagavad Gita. Today onwards, we'll start with the introduction part, and we'll begin with the prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So introduction. So here Prabhupada is beginning by offering prayers to his spiritual master and the Guru Parampara. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? So this is a prayer to Prabhupada is offering prayer to his spiritual master and to Rupa Goswami. Then the next prayer is to the Guru Parampara and Radha Krishna and all their associates. Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Anvitamscha. And there are other prayers. So we'll just quickly go through these prayers. So the first one is the spiritual master opens the eyes of the living entity who are into ignorance. It is said that avidya karma sangnaya tritiya shakti ruchyate. So there is a third energy of Krishna which covers the living entity. One is the superior energy, the spiritual energy, and another is the material energy. So we all belong to the spiritual energy. The living entity belong to the spiritual energy. And there is a material energy made of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, the 24 elements. And there is another third energy, which is avidya or ignorance. And sometimes the tiny living entities, they get covered by this third energy of Krishna called ignorance. And they enter into this material energy. From spiritual energy, they enter the material energy and go on accepting different material bodies, life after life, in different species. And so they are into ignorance now. The spiritual master, who is eternal associate, who comes from the spiritual world, and he can open the eyes of the conditioned souls who are now in ignorance. So unto such a spiritual master, we offer our respectful obeisances. And this movement of ISKCON or Hare Krishna movement, which was, as Prabhupada mentioned, and that this movement was started by Lord Krishna himself. when he spoke the Bhagavad Gita, and it is existing even before that, because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that he has spoken this knowledge to Sun God millions of years ago. So this is existing since the time of creation. And 500 years ago, it was revived by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is again Krishna himself, taken incarnation in Kali Yuga as a devotee. And after him, his associates, 6 Goswamis, and among them, the chief was Rupa Goswami. So here the prayer is also offered to Rupa Goswami. And when will Rupa Goswami give me shelter under his lotus feet? And what is the qualities of Rupa Goswami? That he has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire is to spread this Hare Krishna Mahamantra everywhere, every town and village. And that is the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Rupa Goswami has established the mission to fulfill that desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when will Rupa Goswami give me shelter under his lotus feet? So this is the prayer. And after that, the prayer is to all the Guru Paramparas, all the Vaishnavas, the Goswamis, then the Panchatattva, Radha Krishna, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and to the feet of all Vaishnavas. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami along with his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, as well as Raghunatha Dasa and Raghunatha Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta, and Srila Jiva Goswami. So I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, along with Advaita Acharya, Gadadhara Srivasa, and other associates. I offer my respectful obeisances to Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, along with their associates, Sri Lalita and Vishakha. So these are the standard prayers what we chant every day. So we should all try to memorize these prayers and also offer these prayers every day. Then prayer to Krishna. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. So here different names of Krishna are described along with different qualities. So here Hey Krishna, directly addressing Krishna, and Karuna Sindhu. So Krishna is addressed here as the ocean of mercy, causeless ocean of mercy. Then Dinabandhu, who is friend of the distressed, and Jagatpate, he is the source of creation or the master of creation. And Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, he is the master of the gopis and lover of Radharani, Radha Kanta, Namostute. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. O my dear Krishna, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the gopis and the lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Next is a prayer to Radharani. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. So I have here also different qualities of Radharani is described. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold. Tapta Kanchana Gaura Angi. So molten gold bodily complexion. Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, who is the queen of Vrindavana. And Vrishabhanusute, you are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu. Pranamami Haripriye. And you are very dear to Hari or Lord Krishna. Then the next prayer is to the Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone and just like the desire trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. So this is the quality of Vaishnavas. They are like the desire trees. Vancha kalpataru, whatever desires one has got, a Vaishnava can fulfill. And they are also Kripa Sindhu, just like Krishna is addressed as Karuna Sindhu. Similarly, a Vaishnava is also ocean of mercy. And Patitanam Pavanebhyo, they can purify the fallen conditioned souls. Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And to such Vaishnavas, we offer our humble, respectful obeisances. Then the Panchatattva mantra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his four principal associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, and Shri Vasa Prabhu, and all other associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I offer my obeisances to Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivasa, and all other in the line of devotion. Finally, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it is important to invoke the blessings of Krishna and all his associates, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates, so that we may be successful in our endeavor to understand Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada is offering these prayers when he is writing introduction. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gitopanishad. It is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishads in Vedic literature. So the Vedas are divided into the Vedic literature. They are divided into mainly four Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva Veda. Originally one Veda, which was later on divided into four Vedas, and also 108 Upanishads and Brahma Sutras, which are also called as Vedanta Sutras, and the Puranas. There are 18 Puranas and Upapuranas, and there are many Samhitas which are part of the Vedas, just like Bhrugu Samhita, Brahma Samhita, like that many Samhitas are there. And there is Itihasa. Ramayana and Mahabharata are considered as the Itihasas, the histories. So all put together, they are called as the Vedic literature. And among them, the Upanishads are considered as the um, essence of the Vedic knowledge, which talks about the absolute truth. What is absolute truth? What is soul? The Upanishads talk about that. And among all the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita is called as the Gita Upanishad. And Bhagavad Gita is considered as the essence of all Vedic knowledge. Of course, so if we understand Bhagavad Gita, we understand the essence of all the Vedas, because we may not have that much time to go through all the Vedas and understand what is the purpose. And if you go through the Vedas, one may get confused also, because there are a lot of ritualistic things which are mentioned in different sections of the Vedas. So one may get lost in those rituals. And Upanishads also, there are so many Upanishads, and there also the Paramasatya is not directly defined by his name, his form. All indirect mentions are there. But in Bhagavad Gita, we get to know that Paramasatya directly. The Paramasatya, Krishna himself is speaking, and he also describes what is his position, what is this material nature, what is time, what is karma, what are the living entities. So all these things are given in Bhagavad Gita. So if somebody can understand Bhagavad Gita from the right channel in the Parampara system, he can understand the entire knowledge of the Vedas. What is the purpose of Vedas, and what is the ultimate essence of all these Vedas. So such is the importance of understanding Bhagavad Gita. In a short book, which is about 700 pages, shlokas are 700, and with translation, word to word meaning and explanation, it is about 700 pages. Just by reading this one book, we can understand everything in the existence, how things are working, what is the cause of all causes. Everything will be able to understand just by reading this one book. Generally, we spend almost say around 25% of our life studying. We were sent to school from the age of at least some 5 years or 4 years. Nowadays, children are sent from 3 years or 4 years onwards. And we study up to maybe around 22 years age, or sometimes 25 years of age. So a major portion of our life goes into studying. During this time, we have no other obligations or responsibilities. Just we have to spend whole time in acquiring knowledge. We go to house, and time to time food is available, and all other basic necessities, whatever is there, parents provide, and they take care of our education fees, everything. And our only job is to acquire knowledge. So we would have studied so many books during this around 18 years of course, different primary school, high school, then college, degree college, or some engineering graduates, or some other subjects. Despite studying all these books and spending so many years also, still these material education does not give us information of who am I, what is the cause of this material existence, is there God? If God is there, what is his name? How does he look? Where does he stay? And what is the purpose of life? So all this information, despite spending close to 25-30% of our life and so much of time, so much of energy, so much of money also, we don't get that information. And this crucial knowledge of our existence that we can get just by reading this one book, which is about 700 pages. So that is the significance and importance of reading Bhagavad Gita. Of course, there are many commentaries in English on the Bhagavad Gita, and one may question the necessity for another one. This present edition can be explained in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita available in English. But as far as I have seen, not only in America, but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative, because in almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirit of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So here Prabhupada is mentioning that there are many versions of commentaries of Bhagavad Gita. Shlokas you will find same. Translations, some of the translations may be same, some translations vary. And the commentaries, everyone, they have given their own commentaries. So there are many commentaries in on Bhagavad Gita in English language. And here Prabhupada is saying that why there is necessity of writing one more Bhagavad Gita in English. Already there are so many versions are there. And Prabhupada is explaining that what is the reason for writing this Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Prabhupada, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada in America, one lady asked that, can you recommend me an English translation of Bhagavad Gita? And here Prabhupada is saying that there are many editions in English, not only in America, but even in India also. But none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative, because almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirit of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So this is very important for us to understand that somebody who is interested to understand what is given in Bhagavad Gita, and if he reads the Bhagavad Gita written by somebody who is not giving the information or the knowledge which is there in the Bhagavad Gita as it is, instead he is putting his own ideas, his own opinions in Bhagavad Gita, then Bhagavad Gita loses its authenticity. Then it does not become Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita means the song of God, which is spoken by God himself. Now, we are interested in what God has spoken. We are not interested in somebody, some mundane author. We are not interested in what he says. So if we read Bhagavad Gita, which is written by some unauthorized person, then instead of getting to know what Krishna is telling, we will be listening to that commentator. What are his opinions? What are his ideas? Not what Krishna is trying to tell us. So we will not get the real benefit of reading Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, one who is serious about understanding Bhagavad Gita, first of all, check the person who is translating, what are his credentials, how he has got this knowledge, how he is able to tell something on Bhagavad Gita. So first of all, we should check the credential of the person who has translated and written commentary on Bhagavad Gita. So that we will understand as we move forward in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna has defined that how this Bhagavad Gita has to be received. The spirit of Bhagavad Gita is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. It is just like this. If we want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the directions written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to our own whim or the direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the direction on the label or the directions given by the physician. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it is directed by the speaker himself. The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Shri Krishna. He is mentioned on every page of Bhagavad Gita as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Bhagavan. Of course, the word Bhagavan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigod. And certainly here Bhagavan designates Lord Sri Krishna as a great personality. But at the same time, we should know that Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as is confirmed by all great acharyas or spiritual masters like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbaraka Swami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many other authorities of Vedic knowledge in India. The Lord Himself also establishes Himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Bhagavad Gita. And He is accepted as such in the Brahma Samhita and all the Puranas, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam known as Bhagavata Purana, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Therefore, we should take Bhagavad Gita as it is directed by the personality of Godhead Himself. So, when Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita, He has also told that how this knowledge should be received. So, we should go by what Krishna has told, that how this knowledge has to be received. Suppose I write some book, and in that I write that how this book can be understood. Then if somebody wants to read the book, then he should follow the guidelines what the author has written. If you want to understand this book, then you follow this particular process. If you follow this process, then you will understand what I have written in this book. Now somebody takes the book which I have written, and without following my instruction that I have told that you should follow this particular process to understand what I have written. Instead, he starts his own way interpreting what I have told without referring to my instruction that you should follow this process. And he becomes a teacher of Bhagavad Gita or my book. I have written a book, and he becomes that I will teach you this book written by such and such person. And somebody goes and studies from him, he will not understand whatever I have written. He will be understanding what this another third person is telling about my book. So Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita how you should understand Bhagavad Gita. And if we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should just follow that process, what Krishna has told. And if we follow any other process, we will not be able to understand Bhagavad Gita. Because Bhagavad Gita is like a mystery. It is not an ordinary book. So you have to follow the process given by Krishna to understand Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada is given example here. On a medicine bottle, we have got labels. And on that label, it is written that some do's and don'ts, who can take, who cannot take. And the doctor has given the prescription, how much you should take. So medicine has to be taken according to the prescription of the physician or the doctor and what is the written on the label. So you have to see both, and then we take the medicine. Suppose it got expired, we did not see the label, then I may get some bad reaction. So we have to refer to the label, we have to refer to the physician, then I can take the medicine. Similarly, how to take Bhagavad Gita is given inside the Bhagavad Gita only by Krishna himself. So we have to just follow that process. If we follow that process, then our knowledge becomes perfect. Otherwise, we will not get the real Bhagavad Gita. Instead, we will be getting the knowledge of some third person according to his own mental concoction, which may not be reality, which may not be truth. In the 4th chapter of the Gita, the Lord says, Imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham apyajam vivaswan manave praha manurikshvakave abravit. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashtaha parantapa. स एवायं मया ते अद्य योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं हि एतत् उत्तमम्. So this is the section of Bhagavad Gita which comes in the 4th chapter, where Krishna describes what is the qualification of a speaker and what is the qualification of a reader or a hearer of Bhagavad Gita. Both are described here. So this is the way to understand Bhagavad Gita. Here the Lord informs Arjuna that this system of yoga, the Bhagavad Gita, was first spoken to the sun god, and the sun god explained it to Manu, and Manu explained it to Ikshvaku. And in that way, by disciplic succession, one speaker after another, this yoga system has been coming down. But in the course of time, it has become lost. Consequently, the Lord has to speak it again, this time to Arjuna on the battlefield. field of Kurukshetra. So here the process of understanding Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has defined that evam parampara praptam. So this Bhagavad Gita must be received in a parampara system. So any Bhagavad Gita if we pick up, first we should check is who is the author and he belongs to which parampara. So that will give us a clarity whether this book is authorized or not. Whatever this person is writing, is it as per the parampara or not? So there are four paramparas: Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, and Kumara Sampradaya. These are the four authorized paramparas or the disciplic successions. So knowledge received only from these four paramparas is authorized. Anybody who does not belong to one of these authorized paramparas and he claims to write a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he will be simply misleading people. And because of such misrepresentations and unauthorized commentaries, here Krishna is telling that I had told this long back to Vivaswan on the sun planet to the sun god. And after that, it came to Manu. Manu told it to Ikshvaku. And in that way, it came on this human society. But Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. Yoga Nashta has happened. This knowledge appears to be lost. And what is the reason? When unauthorized people start writing commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, so mass of people, this knowledge gets lost. Although it may be present here and there in the disciplic chain, but for the mass of people, this knowledge gets lost. Because this was spoken to the kings, and king's duty was to disseminate this knowledge into the society. And when that dissemination happens through unauthorized people in the society, then general public, they don't know what is the real purpose of Bhagavad Gita. And here Krishna says that this Krishna is telling 5,000 years ago, and that time only is telling Yoga Nashta has already happened. I had spoken it before, and now Yoga Nashta has happened. The knowledge is lost because of wrong interpretations, and now therefore I am again re-establishing it by making you as a disciple. And what is the reason for choosing Arjuna for telling Bhagavad Gita? So this is the qualification of a hearer or a student of Bhagavad Gita. The speaker's qualification is he must be in disciplic succession. And hearer's qualification is that he should be a bhaktosime sakha cheti. Because you are my devotee, you are my bhakta, and you are my sakha, you are my friend. Therefore, I am telling you this rahasya. So this most confidential knowledge I am telling you because you are my devotee and you are my friend. So this is the qualification of a hearer and the speaker. The speaker must be bona fide. So bona fide means he must be coming in the disciplic succession parampara, and the hearer also should be bona fide. So how the hearer becomes bona fide? If he is a devotee of Krishna and he is having a relationship with Krishna, just like Krishna, Arjuna is having a relation as a friend, then only the knowledge gets transmitted properly. He tells Arjuna that he is relating this supreme secret to him because he is his devotee and his friend. The purport of this is that Bhagavad Gita is a treatise which is especially meant for the devotee of the Lord. So Bhagavad Gita is meant for the devotee of the Lord, not for non-devotees or those who are asuric or demoniac. And also there are others. There are three classes of transcendentalists, namely the Jnani, the Yogi, and the Bhakta, or the impersonalist, the meditator, and the devotee. Here the Lord clearly tells Arjuna that he is making him the first receiver of a new parampara, disciplic succession, because the old succession was broken. It was the Lord's wish, therefore, to establish another parampara in the same line of thought that was coming down from the sun god to others. And it was his wish that his teaching be distributed anew by Arjuna. He wanted Arjuna to become the authority in understanding the Bhagavad Gita. So we see that Bhagavad Gita is instructed to Arjuna, especially because Arjuna was a devotee of the Lord, a direct student of Krishna, and his intimate friend. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is best understood by a person who has qualities similar to Arjuna's. That is to say, he must be a devotee in a direct relationship with the Lord. As soon as one becomes a devotee of the Lord, he also has a direct relationship with the Lord. That is a very elaborate subject matter, but briefly it can be stated that a devotee is in relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of 5 different ways. So here it is mentioned that Krishna is telling this knowledge to Arjuna because he has got 2 qualifications. One is that he is a devotee, he is a bhakta, and he's having a relationship with Krishna. So here Arjuna is having a relationship as a sakha or as a friend. The Bhagavad Gita is meant for bhaktas, or it is meant for devotees of Krishna. There are many people who read Bhagavad Gita. There are impersonalists whose aim is to merge into the Brahma Jyoti. So Brahma Jyoti is impersonal bodily effulgence of Krishna. So Jnanis, one class of transcendentalists who are interested in spirituality, they think that the ultimate goal is to merge into that Brahma Jyoti light. So they are called Jnanis. And yogis, they are interested in some mystic power. So they want to control their senses and bodily exercise, control their breathing. And with that, they want to uh, meditate on Paramatma and acquire some siddhis, some mystic powers. They are also sometimes interested in Bhagavad Gita, but actually Bhagavad Gita can be understood only by a devotee, a bhakta. Other classes of people, they will not be able to fully understand Bhagavad Gita. And it is Krishna's wish that because the parampara was lost, he wanted to start a new parampara system or a new line of parampara through Arjuna. And why he chose Arjuna, Krishna is telling, Bhaktosime sakha cheti, because you are my devotee, you are my friend, therefore I am revealing this secret to you. So, if we have to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should also have a qualities similar to Arjuna, because Arjuna was the first student 5000 years ago of Bhagavad Gita. So, if we also develop qualities like Arjuna, then we can also understand Bhagavad Gita how Arjuna understood. So, this is an important point we should try to make a note and try to implement while we are trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. So, what was the qualification of Arjuna? He was a devotee and he was a friend. So, similarly, we should also, if we become a devotee of Krishna, then only we can understand Bhagavad Gita. Without becoming a devotee, one cannot understand what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. And with respect to relationship, Arjuna has got a relationship as a friend. And each living entity has one of these 5 relationships with Krishna. So that we will see here. That is a very elaborate subject matter, but briefly, it can be stated that a devotee is in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of 5 different ways. One may be a devotee in passive state, which is called Shantarasa. One may be a devotee in an active state, which is called Dasya Rasa. One may be a devotee as a friend, which is called Sakhya Rasa. One may be a devotee as a parent, which is called Vatsalya Rasa. One may be a devotee as a conjugal lover, which is called Madhurya Rasa. So these are the 5 rasas or relationship which every living entity, all of us, all living entity, not only us, every living entity, be they in human body or any other species also, ultimately they are all amsha of Krishna. They are all the different parts and parcels of Krishna, and they all have got one of these 5 relationship with Krishna, which is now covered when they are in the conditioned state. And Bhagavad Gita helps us to revive our lost or forgotten. It is not lost, but it is forgotten relationship with Krishna. So here Prabhupada is telling it is a elaborate subject matter, but briefly, these are the 5 different relationships. Arjuna was in a relationship with the Lord as friend. Of course, there is a gulf of difference between this friendship and the friendship found in the material world. This is transcendental friendship, which cannot be had by everyone. Of course, everyone has a particular relationship with the Lord, and that relationship is evoked by the perfection of devotional service. But in the present status of our life, we have not only forgotten the Supreme Lord, but we have forgotten our eternal relationship with the Lord. Every living being out of many, many billions and trillions of living beings has a particular relationship with the Lord eternally. That is called Swarupa. By the process of devotional service, one can revive that Swarupa. And that stage is called Swarupa Siddhi, perfection of one's constitutional position. So Arjuna was a devotee and he was in touch with the Supreme Lord in friendship. So, as mentioned here, that all of us have got a particular relationship with Krishna, and that is called a Swarupa of the living entity. And one can revive that by performing devotional service, and that stage is called Swarupa Siddhi, perfection of one's constitutional position. So in case of Arjuna, he is connected with Krishna as a friend or Sakhyarasa. So now we are not aware what is our relationship with Krishna. But in all the relationship, the fundamental thing is rendering service. Either one is in passive state or active state, or as a friend, parent, or a conjugal lover. All the living entities, the foundational principle of relationship between Krishna and the living entity is rendering of service. So, although we may not know what is our relationship with Krishna, but because service is the common factor in all the relationships, we begin by rendering devotional service, practical devotional service to Krishna under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master. And that way, one can revive one's original Swarupa. And after that, one can get liberated and go back to the spiritual world. The whole Bhagavad Gita is meant for sending the living entities back to the spiritual world. Krishna wants all the living entities to return to him. And for that purpose, Krishna has spoken this Bhagavad Gita. So it's almost 8:12. We will stop today's session here. If there are any questions, we will take up the questions. Okay, can somebody summarize some points? What we understood today? What are the key points, key takeaways from today's class? You can unmute. Somebody can unmute and summarize.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
As of your words and reading this book, I understand that we need to go with parampara. We need to understand, and the authorized books are those things. Yes, they have a parampara, Guru parampara, like
Yes.
Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya all together. If the unknown person is publishing some books, it is not correct, and it is it's their own philosophies and all those things.
Yeah, even
And
Shankaracharya also does not come in the four paramparas.
right.
Even Shankaracharya's Bhagavad Gita also,
Okay.
that is called Mayavada Bhashya, which talks about impersonalism.
Okay, Prabhu.
So even that is not accepted.
Dvaita and Brahmadvaita ours. Right, Prabhu?
Yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught Achintya Bheda Bheda, inconceivable, one and different.
Okay.
So Advaita we don't accept. We don't accept Advaita Vada. Ours is a Dvaita philosophy, but again further, which is explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Achintya Bheda Bheda, inconceivable, one and different. So Advaita means it talks about you are one with God, you are same as God. Dvaita means which says that no, you are different, God is different. And Achintya Bheda Bheda is you are simultaneously one and different. One in quality, you are one in quality, but different in quantity. Prabhupada gives example of a drop of water in the ocean is also salty. The whole ocean is also salty. So they are inconceivably one and different. You can say ocean is also same as the drop because it is also salty. Ocean is also salty. Drop is also salty. Ocean is also salty. You can say it is one. You can say it is Advaita. It is non-different. But when you compare the capacity or the quantity, the drop is very, very small, minute, and ocean is unlimited. Then it becomes Dvaita. No, it's not different. So simultaneously, it is one and different. And that is the real philosophy, what is spoken in Bhagavad Gita. As we go forward, Krishna says in one of the chapters, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina. By me in my unmanifest form, I am pervaded in this entire universe. So there Krishna talks about this Achintya Bheda Bheda. So although I am all pervading, but still I am not present in that, Krishna says. So that is the philosophy of Achintya Bheda and Abheda. simultaneously one and different.
Okay, Prabhu. Thanks, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita
Prabhu,
is from Gita Upanishad.
Yeah, one by one. Yes.
we are unable.
Yes,
Hello?
please. Yes, please.
This Kali-yuga, we are unable to study and understanding the 18 Upanishads and 4 Vedas.
Yes.
All those summaries we can understand, study, understand, and implementing in our life. Bhagavad
Yes.
Gita
Yes.
is the summary, and it's the we get the all information like we study in Upanishads, Vedas.
Yes. Yes.
All is included in Bhagavad Gita in a
Bhagavad Gita.
single book.
Yes. So the essence of all the Vedas we can understand just by studying Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Somebody else was speaking.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu Shivajiram.
Yes.
This
Shivaji,
is
please.
Bhagavad from the Upanishad, and this is from 4 paramparas. There's a Brahma Parampara, Rudra, Shri, and Kumara Parampara.
Yes.
And we should also develop the quality as a Arjuna
Yes.
to understand Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
And the relationship of a God, Krishna, that is the Shantarasa, Dasarasa, Sakyarasa, Vatsalarasa, and Madhurarasa.
Yes.
These are the more important, and Bhagavad Gita purpose to get liberated, moksha.
Yes. Yes. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
And the Bhagavad Gita, what we are studying, what Prabhupada has translated, we belong to Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. Beginning from Brahma, then Narada, then Vyasa, then Madhva, then so many other acharyas, then Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we will see once we finish the introduction. The entire parampara list is given, that how this Bhagavad Gita is coming in the disciplic succession as told by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita itself. Okay, so
Yes,
we'll
Prabhupada.
stop our session here. Thank you everyone for joining. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we will have our next session on Sunday. Sunday 7:30 we will have our next session. Srila Prabhupada ki
Yes,
jai.
Prabhupada.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.